Not all moisturizers are created equal, but this becomes especially important when you are fighting hyperpigmentation. The number one ingredient that you want in your moisturizer when you are fighting or treating hyperpigmentation is vitamin F. Now, what is vitamin F, you may wonder? Well, I'm glad you asked. Hi guys, for anyone new, hello, my name is Alexis. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I have a background in cosmetic chemistry and I own a private practice in South Florida. I take all of my knowledge and I deliver it to you, plus all of the clinical knowledge from the thousands of patients that I have treated, which honestly is invaluable. And I take their experiences along with mine and deliver them to you so that you can make the best skincare decisions. The information in this video is backed by tons of data, literature, and research. I've linked it all down below for anyone who's interested. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, vitamin F is not a real vitamin. It's a term that we use when we're describing fats. So that is what the F simply stands for. But it's not just any fat, it's a description of two specific fats. The two specific fats are essential to our body, meaning that we don't make them on our own, and they are unsaturated fatty acids. Particularly, they are linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid. This is complicated because linoleic acid is also known as omega-6 EFA or essential fatty acid, and linolenic acid is known as omega-3 EFA essential fatty acid. You see, nobody wants to say all that. It is way too complicated. So that is why we just call it a vitamin F. The bottom line is it's an essential fatty acid that we undoubtedly need in our body and also on our skin. It helps to promote even skin tone, hydrated skin, glowing, and healthy in appearance because it has actually been proven to be clinically superior at locking in the hydration. It also helps with pigmentation because it has tyrosinase inhibiting abilities. Remember guys, that's that pathway that produces the pigment. So it helps to decrease overproduction of excessive melanin or excessive pigment. On top of that, it increases cell turnover, meaning that it helps your cells to exfoliate faster so those fresh, juicy, plump cells can come up to the top, and it also helps with skin texture, skin tone, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's an antioxidant. So you see, this is why you definitely want the vitamin F in your skincare. But unfortunately, guys, the great majority of the moisturizers that you find in the store and online and probably in your cabinet do not actually have a vitamin F. That's where this video is going to come in handy for you guys. I'm going to give you a complete guide to finding vitamin F in your skincare. So we'll talk about the other names for it because there's other things that it shows up as. I'm also going to give you some examples of good ones that you can purchase. There's a light version, a medium version, and a heavy moisturizing version because not everybody needs the same moisturizer and not everyone has the same price point. So I also made sure to give you a great variety of different price points. And some people are looking for products that focus on sustainability or that are vegan or cruelty free. So I've managed to find something from every category for everybody. I want everyone to be able to use the most important type of moisturizer for your skin. And that is of course a product that includes vitamin F. Now, of course, you don't want to just focus on vitamin F. Every good moisturizer is made up of three components. You've got your cholesterol, your ceramides, and your fatty acids. Now, the fatty acids is where we really want to focus this video on because it's the vitamin F that we want to be at the richest presence in your moisturizer. Now, guys, you're going to have a hard time finding a moisturizer that does not have stearic or palmitic acid in there. Those are the saturated fatty acids. There have been a very small subset of studies that show that those can actually worsen pigmentation. I don't want you to get caught up on that because again, it's only been a very small set of studies. The great majority of studies show that linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid can actually help hyperpigmentation. They can act as tyrosinase inhibitors. So let's focus our energy on putting those fatty acids into our moisturizer or using a moisturizer that's built with vitamin F in there. You're going to have a really hard time if you're trying your best to not use stearic or palmitic acid, because it's in almost everything, because it is indeed a very good moisturizer. And remember, the great majority of people who are producing products are not making them for pigmentation. So don't worry, if you find those ingredients in your moisturizer, they're just fine. You just want to make sure that the percentage of the unsaturated fatty acid, the vitamin F, is at the highest percentage. And if it's not, I'm going to show you how you can actually use an oil to add to your moisturizer to make the ratio much better for you. All right, guys, so before we jump into the products, let's go ahead and go through the 5 questions that we always ask before we do a product review. Question number 1, what is the purpose of this product? The purpose of this product is to help our skin hold on to water, to decrease transepidermal water loss, to keep environmental allergens and toxins and pollutants out, and to allow our ceramides to have more building blocks. It's also anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, and it's hydrating to the skin. I say that in quotes, guys, because to be honest with you, most moisturizers are a bunch of marketing foo-foo because they don't necessarily hydrate the skin. What they do is they have a great ability to lock the moisture in our skin, which allows our skin to not lose the water. So while you think that you may be hydrating your skin by putting on moisturizer, you're actually just allowing the skin to hold on to the water that it already has and to decrease transepidermal water loss. So the purpose of this product is to keep our skin hydrated because we already have hydration in there. It's just locking it in. The other purpose is to make sure that we have a moisturizer that is rich in vitamin F. So while we are hydrating or moisturizing our skin, we are also making sure that we are fighting pigmentation and that we are not using ingredients or an off balance of fatty acids that will work against us. So question number 2 is, where will this fit into the regimen? This is, of course, your moisturizer, guys. So it goes as your last step, or if you're using an oil, you would use your moisturizer right before you cap it off with an oil. You can even add a few drops of your oil to your moisturizer. But again, this is going to be your last step if it's at nighttime, and the step prior to sunscreen if it is in the daytime. The next question is, do I actually need this product? Yep. You do. You need a moisturizer. Moisturizing is really important. Also, the next question is, how does this product work? We've covered that. It works through decreasing transepidermal water loss. And the last question is this something that is sustainable for me? Can it fit my budget? So that's what we're going to go through with the products. I'm actually going to go through all of the different products, and I will make sure to include the price points as well. All right, guys, so let's hop into the product recommendations for light moisturizers. So anyone who is feeling like they don't need a lot of moisture on their skin, if they're going through a period where they feel like they have more of a oily characteristic to their skin, you may be feeling like you want a light moisturizer. Or if you're going to then put it on with a sunscreen, you may want something light. Or if you're feeling like you just don't want something heavy on your skin, you may prefer one of these. So I have them written down. I've got a little cheat sheet here. By the way, all of these are going to be free of fragrance, free of essential oils and irritants, because irritation, inflammation, hyperpigmentation. You guys know how it goes. So for the light ones, I have price point $12.99. This is the Inkey List Hemp Oil Moisturizer. I love this one. It is rich in Alpha-Linolenic acids and linoleic acids because of that hemp oil. The next one is going to be the Honest Beauty Daily Calm Lightweight Moisturizer. I wanted to find something that you guys could just go into the store and pick up. This one is $29.99, but you guys know Honest Beauty is sold in a lot of places. You can get it at Target. You can get it at Bye Bye Baby. I'm sure there are other places that have it too. The next one is the Ultra Repair Air. So this is $30 and found at Sephora. I love this one because it again is rich in linoleic acid. You're going to see that it has some of the other saturated and unsaturated fatty acids on that Inkey List, but again, I don't want you to get hung up on that because it's going to be so difficult to find a moisturizer if you're trying to avoid everything. Remember, it's the ratio that matters. So the Ultra Repair Air is another good one. This is by First Aid Beauty. And then another one that's really good and lightweight is the Stratia Liquid Gold. This one is $27 and it is super rich in unsaturated fatty acids or vitamin F. So this kind of caps up the lightweight moisturizers. So for the medium category, these are going to be moisturizers where you're not feeling like you need something ultra light, but you also don't want something ultra moisturizing. It's literally right in the middle. So if your skin is feeling healthy and balanced and not dry and not particularly oily that day, medium is gonna be for you. So starting at $14, we've got the Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer. This one's rich in macadamia seed oils, rich in linoleic acid. Next is going to be, honestly, one of my absolute favorites for this entire video. It's the Paula's Choice Omega Complex Moisturizer. Now, they actually also have a serum. So whether you're needing something medium or light, you got good coverage here. It's $28 and it is amazing. I love the inky list on this one, guys. So if you're gonna just say, what is Dr. Stevens' favorite one that is rich in these linoleic and alpha-linolenic acids, it's going to be this one. All right, moving on. The Ulta MD PM is $34.75, also rich in this vitamin F. And of honorable mention is the Drunk Elephant Electrolyte Water Face Mask. It's $52, and I kind of set it off in its own category because they're calling it a mask, but guys, it feels like a moisturizer, it looks like a moisturizer, it acts like a moisturizer, but they're saying to wash it off in the morning, so they're calling it an overnight mask. I really like the inky list on it. It's called the F Bomb, so they're right there promoting that vitamin F benefit. Moving right along to the ultra moisturizing category, or the heavy moisturizers. This one, guys, you've seen me use a great majority of these moisturizers in my videos because, as you know, I have dry, eczema-prone skin and I need all the moisture all the time. So if you've seen these in my videos, that is why I always choose a ultra heavy moisturizer, because I need it. So $17.99 is the Ceramidex. This is a great one, very rich in this vitamin F that we're talking about. Next up is the Naturium Plant Ceramide Moisturizer. You guys have seen me use this 500 million times because I love it. And it is indeed rich in vitamin F. This one comes in at $25. And I also love the Biossance Squalane Omega Repair Cream. This one is $58, so the price point hurts a little bit, but it's very good. And they also have a probiotic gel version of this, so if you're looking for something lighter, it's also going to be great. Both super rich in a vitamin F. In fact, a little cheat sheet. If you see the words omega or vitamin F on there, you know that this is going to be something that is rich in vitamin F, but don't let that throw you off, guys, because not all products that are rich in vitamin F are actually going to be ideal for you. For example, the biggest disappointment I had when looking for products for this video was the Pericon MD Essential FX. I was so sad about this one because it touts the vitamin F, right? It's one of the main things they talk about because it's got flaxseed and chia seed and macadamia seed oil, all super rich in vitamin F. But unfortunately, guys, this one is full of a fragrance. It's got 5 different types of fragrance on here. And the last thing we want is to cause irritation and inflammation and hyperpigmentation. I'm not someone who says you can't use fragrances, but when you are fighting hyperpigmentation, you want to give yourself the very best bet that you're not going to cause any irritation to your skin. And so that's why I lean more towards fragrance-free products. This one really is sad for me though, because that Pericon MD Essential FX has glutathione, which is like the mother house of antioxidants. It's the antioxidants that tell every other antioxidant what to do. It's amazing, but unfortunately, they had to combine it with all of these other not so ideal ingredients. Oh, another huge disappointment for me was that Murad Multivitamin Infusion Oil, Vitamin F. It's actually like touted for vitamin F. It's promoting vitamin F, but again, full of fragrance, guys, full of fragrance. In fact, many different forms of fragrance. So can't recommend that one either. Okay, guys, now if you have a moisturizer at home that you love and it works well for you, you do not have to discontinue using it. What I would recommend is that you add vitamin F to the oil. There's lots of different ways that you can do this. You would actually just add an oil that is very rich in vitamin F. Some examples of that are evening primrose oil, coming in at 50 to 72% of linoleic acid and 7 to 20% of alpha-linolenic acid, and then also hemp oil. This is amazing. Comes in at 52% linoleic acid and 10% alpha-linoleic acid. Sunflower seed oil is very good as well. Can have up to 74% of linoleic acid. Rosehip oil, which I know is a favorite of many of you all. This one comes in at 44%, and grapeseed oil is a powerhouse, comes in at 70% of linoleic acid. Sapphire oil is another really good oil that is rich in vitamin F, but just be careful. You want to make sure that you get one that is low in oleic acid. Oleic acid is not bad for the skin. It's when you use it by itself or when you use it out the kitchen cabinet that it becomes a problem, when it's formulated for cooking oil. But when it's put into a skincare product and it's put along with other acids, you're just fine. The other thing is there were two oils that I wanted to mention because I really was very impressed with them. It was the Ghost Democracy. It's called the Soft Glow Facial Oil, and that's $38. And then their Ordinary, you guys know the Ordinary. This one is the ascorbyl-tetroisopalmitate solution, 20% in vitamin F. So right there, it touts vitamin F on that one, and that's $17.80. I have a huge disclaimer to tell you guys. If you decide to go with the oils that are rich in vitamin F, these are notoriously unstable after a while. Their shelf life goes after 3 to 6 months. So don't go buying an overly priced expensive oil because you're gonna need to toss it after a few months, because remember, you're only just putting a little bit into your moisturizer. So you're gonna have these oils for a while. So definitely look for a smaller size one and don't spend a lot of money on them. I hope that this video helped you guys. I hope that it allowed you to kind of learn and navigate through the aisles so when you're looking for moisturizers for hyperpigmentation. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not. Share the video with any friends that you know that are fighting hyperpigmentation that need to get their moisturizer just right. Leave comments down below on what you want me to make next. As you guys know, this video was highly requested by you, and that is why it is here. Until next time, guys, be well.